Hello, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Orange Club. Uh, let's wait for a bit. People who will join, and by then, okay, we don't need yellow. We need orange. uh, until then, please. Oh, I see first person. Please tell me. Let me know somehow if you can hear me well because I'm outside. I have my microphones, but I'm not sure if it's still loud enough for you to hear me well. And till more people comes, let me open a chat actually. hmm Let's choose orange color and chat. Yeah, okay. Chat is for Facebook and YouTube community, and for you guys from Instagram, type your question. Oh, super! I see, Martina. Bok, hi. Nice to see you, and everything is well. Everything is super, and start. Let's start with the Tuesday of your questions. For now, I have one question, a very interesting one, and that's every time I get a question, if I get one question, I go and dive deeper into that. If I get more questions because of time limit, uh, I will go deep enough, but I will cover more questions. So basically, now you who have questions is the best time now to benefit from that by asking. Yeah, ask and it is given. Knock and it is open. Bible says. Okay, let's start. So the question is, why do I feel as a victim all the time? Okay, not all the time, but in some situations. I feel I am the only one that has to make that extra step, extra trip, that extra whatever. Good question. Good question, and I very feel that person who asked it because I used to feel the same way. I used to feel the same way that I'm always the one who puts effort. I'm always the one who initiates meetings, uh, initiates, like puts efforts to keep a contact connection alive, and I just give up on it. And for the person who asked it, why do you sometimes feel as a victim that you must need to do extra, to be extra, to make extra happen, to for things to happen, right? My answer for you, dear, is because you are unique. Is because people see you that you can do it. They see your potential. So they expect you to do that. So this is one benefit actually from this situation. You can do it. Others see that you can do it. They see you in a higher potential. So they expect you to do that. And most likely you feel that. Because we people, we feel not only the feelings of other people, but also the thoughts. And that inner critic that is within us, it's not only our subconscious memory of somebody who told us certain words, but also we are able to pick up the thoughts of other people in a present time. So, dear, you are special and you people see your potential. Just you overheated. That's overheated. Okay, so let's continue. Because those people who do extra more, yes, they are capable of doing that. Yes, they have potential to do that. And yes, they make other people used to the fact that they can do extra. Do less, because they themselves are always doing extra more. So basically, if you feel like in victim mode, I would say you don't need to do it. If you don't feel like doing it, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to go against what you're feeling. And that feeling of a victim, that internal feeling, how I see it is just your inner self, your higher self tries to send you a message in this way that, girl, you're going against your higher self, against what you truly really want. And you don't want to be pleasing everybody. You don't want to do everything so everybody accepts you. And that's why those people who do extra more, they put that false responsibility on their own shoulders, that they need to do it because of this, of that, of that. Actually, it's because of fear of rejection. When we are afraid to be abandoned by people, especially that we love, we will do everything for them, right? We will be that extra one, so they don't leave us, so we don't hurt them, because hurting somebody is a danger of them leaving us, right? But if we keep doing this of another person, we are not helping for that person to mature, because they will know that you will do everything for them and it's comfortable for them. And don't get surprised if when the day comes that you say enough is enough, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm not extra anymore. When that day comes, don't get surprised that people will react negatively, because it's normal. Imagine somebody lives all of their life in the same way, and suddenly the change hits straight to their face, that no, it's not going to be the same anymore. So it brings fear. Any kind of change brings fear, because it's uncertainty. People don't like to feel uncertain. There's so much in their head that they need to know what will happen next. And when you stop playing that role of giving them security, what will happen next, you are pushing them out of their comfort zone. And it's normal if certain emotions can come up. But what is important for you, dear, is to stand in your truth and not be afraid of those emotions that come up to the surface. Those emotions of others, the same as those emotions of others, will trigger your emotions. So basically, you don't need to be that extra. You don't need to make that extra step, extra move, put extra effort. You are just exhausting yourself. Yes, you are helping others to do some, to achieve some practical, tangible results, yeah? But what are you losing in the course of that behavior? You are losing yourself. And one day when if you're gonna lose yourself to the point that you will be broke, those people will not benefit from you anymore anyway. So why not to stop this before you make damage to yourself? Why not to start helping your loved ones who are expecting from you to be extra more? Why not to help them to understand that they are also capable of doing stuff that they expect you to do? And we can do it with love. And we need to do it with love. That we stop being extra and doing stuff for others, not because we are pissed, and we are angry and we are fed up, even though, yes, we might have those feelings within. But the main reason should be love. That I stop doing this, repeating this pattern, because I love you so much that I want you to learn and understand that you can do the same. You can be extra the same. And then actually nobody will be extra because everybody will share responsibilities and will help each other. So there will not be exhaustion for one person. It will be cooperation. It will be sharing. Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good when everybody helps each other? When you don't need to be the first and the only one who does the stuff to make things happen. And when it comes to my experience, I felt the same way. And you know what? It's a very, very big trap, that victimhood, that feeling of victim. It's easy to fall into that. No blame, no shame about it. It's just important that you already recognize that. Bravo. When I was feeling this way, and I was feeling because I noticed that basically in most of my friendships, I was that person, extra person who was putting efforts. Let's meet, let's communicate. What's up with you? Are you safe? Are you alive? Like, always showing attention, always showing initiative to keep the connection going. And just one day, I woke up and I'm like, wait a second. But I don't feel anything in return. Yes, those friends were answering and responding to my initiation, but only for that moment. Only for that moment. They used to react on that, and then if I don't make extra move, extra action, then they will not make either. And I realized, no, I'm not doing this anymore. It cost me time, it cost me energy, it cost me emotions. And at the end of the day, I decided that I want connections in my life who want the same thing equally as I do want. So, yeah, basically, from the space of the victimhood, of feeling a victim, I somehow managed to find, wait a second, I don't need to do this. I don't need to be always the first one. I don't need to be the one who always glues the broken things, broken stuff, broken connections. Somebody else can also put that effort. And if they don't want to put that effort, oh well, it means that connection expired. The time in my life of that connection expired. I know when it comes to family members, it's a bit a different story. The same, but a bit different. It's not easy to say, oh, okay, I will cut my family members from my life and that's it, and go separate ways. Even though sometimes even this is necessary. It depends on the level of, let's say, unhealthiness. If it has to do with family members who expect you to be extra more, extra, to do extra more and make that extra step right to make things happen, then I would say you need to show them how to, not how to, but to show them that you are not a kid anymore. Because for me, it shows that family members are still treating you as a child. And I had a client recently where it was a very similar situation, that parents are treating an adult woman or a guy, whatever, as if they're still that baby child, that they are not capable to do stuff that, and it depends, you see, on the family dynamic. It depends, because one family dynamic might be that we're, let's see, discouraging a child. They were putting a child down, that, oh, basically making a child incapable of doing things because parents just didn't trust a child. So they were doing everything for their kid. Another dynamic in the family is when parents make a child to be their own, how to say, to be their own parent. Yeah, basically when parents are not mature enough, they make their own child as their own parent and insist and expect that child to solve the problems of adults. I've been there in such situation, and it's very normal, always happens. When parents divorce, as it's my case, when parents divorce, one of parents, at least one of parents, will try to make a child responsible for their relationship. And subconsciously, it doesn't happen consciously. But we are the ones who we need to see that and point finger out. Look, you're doing this and that's not okay with me. So basically, yeah, resume all of this answer is you're feeling a victim because you need to be extra, do extra, because of the expectations of people around you. And you keep being extra and doing extra because most likely you are afraid of rejection and abandonment of people that you love. If, for example, if you confront them that, no, I will not do this, I don't want to do this, it's not me who should do this, then there is a possibility that they will reject you. So my best advice is to deal with the fear, to be rejected and abandoned by others. That's how you will step into your truth. Who might abandon you in time if you stay strong in your power, firm, stable in your power. The same people will come back. Later they will come back and will say, sorry, you were right. I had such experience as well, when just after some time people came back and apologized. Like, Lily, yeah, you were right. I'm sorry I was an asshole. So the feeling of a victim is a sign for you that you are going against your higher self, against your true nature. Because your higher self doesn't want to do that. And it communicates you through the feeling of a victim. Oh, okay. I thought I will finish now, but I got another insight. Wait a second. Okay, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. Another insight when it comes to the topic of feeling a victim. Check Google after this stream. Google, I think if you didn't hear about it, savior, victim, perpetrator. The drama triangle. And that's exactly what you shared with me behind the scenes, that you find yourself constantly being in drama. That's directly connected. If you feel the victim, it means you're also playing out the character, the role of a savior. And savior will always end up being a victim. And a victim will always end up being a perpetrator, the one who hurts others. So the question for me is, why are you trying to save the world? Because otherwise you wouldn't feel a victim. And that's what you're doing. I'm calling you out on your own bullshit because I love you, you know. Why are you trying to save the world? And that's why you're doing more. You're doing extra more. You're being extra more. You don't need to. Because you don't need to save anybody. Everybody is responsible for their own life. It's like, I like the joke. God created a perfect world, a perfect life, and brought you into that perfection. And a human wants to play God and save and fix what God created, actually. Wants to fix the perfection that God created. Isn't it funny? You might not think now that everything is perfect, but if you see from a higher perspective, everything is perfect. Everything is playing out perfectly. Because everything is connected with each other. And people need to have certain experiences and like hurt, like betrayals, like not fair situations. People need to go through this because there's karma that they need to pay back from previous lifetimes, from this lifetime, but from the past. And when we start playing a savior, we try to save them from what they earned. And the moment we do that, the moment we try to save somebody, we take their karma on our shoulders. We become so much entangled and enmeshed with each other that it's not even funny. We start feeling how that person feels. We start thinking how that person thinks. Then mental manipulation is very easy to make. Emotional manipulation is very easy. and everything is happening through telepathic connection. So the moment you try to save somebody, you take their karma over on your own shoulders. And that's why then you start feeling like a victim, because a savior will always end up a victim, and a victim will always end up a perpetrator that hurts other people. So actually, when I realized this, that I was constantly saving other people, because actually I was saving my invisible mom from hurt. I realized that I didn't want her to hurt, so I was helping others in the same situations, and I realized that, oh my god, that was so toxic. When I accepted her destiny as her destiny, that has nothing to do with my destiny, and that when I made peace with how her destiny is, I didn't have any need to save anybody anymore. And you know what? That feeling was so amazing. It felt like a huge burden falling down from my shoulders. It's like, oh my god, it felt lighter. Like I could fly, literally, a butterfly could fly. So yeah, basically this is it. I really could talk more and more. You know me, I love talking, but the basic things I covered quite deeply, and I really hope that it helped you. I would really love to hear your feedback after all. Did it give you some new food for thoughts, let's say, and maybe some emotional shift in your heart? Because first, you know what I noticed? That it's not enough for us just understand mentally. We need to understand emotionally as well. Only then the change will happen. Because, for example, I was understanding mentally one thing for 2 to 3 years, and I made decisions based on that mental understanding, but emotionally nothing changed. Emotionally I was still stuck in the phase before I was making those practical changes. And one day during constellations, when emotions were triggered, I understood everything emotionally, and then the shift happened. So I really wish you, the one who asked it, I really wish you to understand on an emotional level that you don't need to be extra. You don't need to please other people. And it's okay if somebody leaves you and abandons you, even if it's your own family. But I promise you, if it happens, it's gonna be very temporary. And then they will come back to a normal dynamic. You will change, you will shift the dynamic. Because now you are entertaining and participating in that, let's say, unhealthy dynamic. But it takes only one person to change the whole dynamic of the whole system. Because if you're not going to play by those same rules, the dynamic will change. You just need to stay strong, stand strong in your power, in what you know, and understand that you are worth more. You are worth that people respect you. You are worth that people take you seriously. You are worth that people help you if you help them. If you do good deeds for others, you deserve that others also help you. And if somebody just uses you, that's it. That's it. A very clear message. Okay, I feel like shitting up. Because I'm repeating myself all over again. Anyway, I was talking till I saw that you guys are here. You are still here, and probably never leave if I won't stop. Anyway, guys, it was really nice to have you here. I hope this somehow helped you. And if you have other questions, more questions about anything, what you need some more clarity in your life, just ask. Just ask me by Facebook message, by WhatsApp, who has my number, by you know where I am, you know how to find me, and have in mind that every Tuesday at 3 p.m. I am answering your questions. Okay? So take a chance, because later on might be more and more and more questions that I will have less and less time to answer so deeply as I did now. So guys, see you, hear you around, and I'm going to holidays tomorrow. I'm so happy, and I could now talk about this. Oh my god, I'm going to the seaside. I will be camping and I will have fun. I'm so missing this. Really, really. And I will send you videos. I will live stream from there as well, no worries. And I will be present. And that's what I believe. I will get more inspired. Let's see. I will get my inspiration back, because that's how nature works, at least for me. When I'm in the nature, oh my god, inspiration just flows, ideas just flow, and I just want to share all of that with you. So yeah, stay tuned and hear you around, okay? And now that's it. Oh, okay. Wait a second. I see. I missed the comment. I missed the comment Julia wrote. Relationship is always 50-50%. Now I'm a bit confused on which part, Julia, you commented. If you're still here, can you explain more? But even though relationship is always 50-50, okay, that you don't need to be extra more, do extra more for other people. Even though I don't agree that relationship is 50-50, for me, relationship is 100 and 100. Because if I am in some sort of relationship, I want to give 100% of my, that I'm going to lose myself for the sake of the relationship. But let's say, like, there are two baskets, two cups, one cup for myself, one cup for relationships. So that cup that is for relationships is 100, and the cup for myself is 100. So I would give for relationship 100% of that cup, everything. But I still would have something to nurture myself individually. So for me, it doesn't work at all now, like 50-50. No, it's not 50. Or you are committed, or you go away. I don't, because 50 sounds like breadcrumbing, like, oh, I will give you half of what I can give and be okay with that. No, no. I don't need breadcrumbs. I can go to the bakery across the corner and to buy myself a whole bread. You know what I mean? So yeah, relationship is 100% and 100%. No 50s. And if exactly, and that's why people feel that they need to do more, to be more, extra more, because somebody is putting even less than 50 into the relationship. while you who is going extra mile, you are doing over than 100. So this is this balance, and let's learn how to come back into balance. Okay, guys. I'm very glad. I'm very happy that I got the comment because I never. Let's see. I um, I didn't know how this chat works. Who can comment and how it shows up on the screen because I'm using the software just very freshly new. So yeah, cool. Anyway, see you, hear you around. Enjoy your beautiful week, and I love